Use the drawing tools to form the correct answer on the graph. Plot a symmetry of the quadratic function. Also mark the x-intercepts, the y-intercept, and the vertex of the function. And we're given this equation, f of x equals 3 times the quantity of x plus 3 times the quantity of x plus 1. And what I recommend that we do on this is that we flip over to Desmos. I do want to remind you that the axis of symmetry is the line that goes right through the middle of the graph. It cuts the graph in half such that the right half of the graph will land directly on top of the left hand of the graph. But I think it's most helpful to be able to find the x-intercept, the y-intercept, the vertex on the axis of symmetry from Desmos. So if we come over here and we type that in, I'm going to type in 3, parentheses, x plus 3. I don't know where that y came from. And then another parentheses of x. So there's our picture. And what we've got here is our vertex, which is -2, -3, that we're going to have to mark on the graph. We also have an x-intercept here of -3, 0. And again, an x-intercept is also known as a 0 of the function. -1, 0 is another 0 or x-intercept of the function. If we scroll up here a little bit, we can find our y-intercept, which happens to be 0, 9. And then our axis of symmetry. Again, it's a line, it only touches the graph once. It touches it at the vertex. So if we look at the vertex again, which is -2, -3, our axis of symmetry is actually x equals -2. And you can draw that in on Desmos, and you can see that this point here is one space away from that red line. This point there is one space away from the red line. Or we can pick another one, like the y-intercept here. It's 2 spaces away from the red line, and on the other side, if I can get there, and I can't very well, but there also happens to be a point right here that's 2 spaces away from the red line. It should be -3, 9. Let's just look at it because we can. -3. It's a -3. Let's see one more time. How about -4 there? So if we go back, there we go. So here's our, and there's our point. If we folded it along that red line, the y-intercept would land on that blue point. So let's go back to Edmund. Again, what it says to do is it says that we want to draw and mark the x-intercepts. So that was a -3, 0, so we need mark feature, -3. We also had a -1. They told us to mark the vertex, which is -2, -3. And then also the y-intercept, which was 0, 9. And then we have to draw in, and I'm going to look at the directions one more time just to make sure, plot the line for the axis of symmetry. So we're going to draw in our line. Again, a reminder that our line goes right through the vertex.